Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
Yep, and it does. All right, so we dealing with Slept On It. Y'all seem to like the Slept On the series when I have some time to think, and I'm naming this one Sleeping with the Enemy, because ain't it funny? It's almost like a marriage. The person that you devoted yourself to sometimes can become your worst nightmare. So with Kelly Moore and Dan Quinn in the division, we're gonna face them and face them often. So we gotta talk about that. And then we're gonna talk about the quest for smart continuity, right? Based on the changes. Very important that we measure all this Kool-Aid, and we gonna do that here as I slept on it. Another Boss Cowboy Sports where your voice matter. Let's get it.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Let's go.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Ain't no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride, for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to bet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-Day.
Come on, let's go.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich,
Man.
I'm sporty and rich.
Let's go.
Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports where your voice matter.
Do it again, again, again.
And I need all the executives to come in and have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
It seemed like it's been a minute, even though it hasn't been a minute. Good to see everybody in the building. As always, we got some changes that's going on that's interesting, right? And I got to be very consistent. But because I remember it was a time where we saw some changes going on with Philly, right? And I was warning them. I was like, man, y'all making a lot of changes, bro. I know y'all just went to the Super Bowl and y'all think y'all tweaked some things and y'all gonna be right back. I said it might not work that way. So the transitions you make, they gotta be good. You remember they lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They took a step back. If we careful, we could too. We could. Right now, on offense, we did. We obviously took a step in the right direction. Right, because we talking about basically sleeping with the enemy, right? That we gonna be facing now continuously guys that we formerly trained. You know, guys that was once in the house is now our enemy. So guess what? They know how we think. We know how they think. Worse, they know our terminology. They know the inner workings of us. We know the tendencies of them. So obviously that means we gonna have to basically go back and kind of clean up all our verbiage, because they gonna be able to pick up not just on the clues of what we doing by the verbiage and the signals, but they gonna be able to put 2 and 2 together to even reverse engineer it. So just the fact that they work so close to us before Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn, it made our division that much harder. It has. All right. So one of the things that I definitely want to talk about is obviously replacing, because we already replaced and successfully Kellen Moore, right? Everybody can say and knows that the replacing of Kellen Moore was an upgrade. We already know that. That's obvious. But the thing that I'm looking for going forward, especially on defense, is two things that I'm looking for in the next person. I'm looking for continuity and wise disruption. I'm gonna say that again. I'm looking for continuity and wise disruption, because there's some things that I think we need to continue, right? So obviously, Dan Quinn lost his luster. He did, right? There was a time, obviously, going in, when he first came here and we saw the defense go from last in franchise history to number 1 in turnover differential, and top 2 pretty much in every category. It was a time that Dan Quinn was favored even over Mike McCarthy to be the next head coach. We was going so far to even put it out there. Jerry even put it out there that Dan Quinn would be next in line if he was to get rid of Mike McCarthy. And he did that while Mike McCarthy was still the coach. So that shows you the level that we saw him. But then over time, obviously, his kryptonite began to surface, right? We began to notice things. It began to be whispers. I remember on the final word, we brought up that he was doing some weird stuff. We started whispering about it. We started being like, what is he doing? I just remember one time on the final word, they took Neville Gallimore and they lined him up on the edge. And I was like, what you doing? Like, it was one of the first times I was like, what is that? Because everybody loved him. We was getting the ball. We was getting a lot of turnovers. Everybody loved him. But then and over time, it started to grow more and more. Like, what is he doing? I trust him because he turned it around. We can't say he didn't, right? It's some good things that we need to continue. But what was that? Then it was Obviously, the smaller linebackers. Then it was taking LVE and putting them at the edge, and then it started being like, bro, you kind of go too far, bro. Like, you know, I get it that you're willing to experiment, but this is kind of
oh hell no.
It's looking kind of fake news.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Yeah, and he lost his luster, right? But in losing his luster, I don't want us to lose track of the great things that he put in place, though. So one thing that Dan Quinn did put in place is he had a clear vision of what he wanted from every position. That's one thing I did like a lot. He knew what type of speed he wanted out of you. He knew what kind of techniques he wanted out of you. He know what kind of height he wanted out of you. And then most importantly, he did, in my opinion, build a very adaptable defense. Because when he came from Seattle, he was a lot of cover 3, 4-3, 4-3 over, or 4-3 under. I was expecting a lot of the same, but what he actually morphed into was none of that. He didn't morph into a lot of cover 3, 4-3, 4-3 under. No, he was a lot of 5-2, 3-4 principles. I saw a lot of it. It's like he changed. So, and it was good because also his defense from a science standpoint was, in my opinion, except for linebacker, really good at putting guys in position to succeed. So I like some of the things. So I would say on a lot of it, I would want us to have continuity with tweaks. Now, listen, it's a lot of people, they want to, what's up, my boy HTM in the building, my boy Henny. What's up, boy? Good to always see my boy Henny in the building. A lot of people, they want to use the hack approach. They want to hack it off, right? And they almost like that with everything, right? It's a lot of people, they, you know, your relationship could have worked. You just needed to tweak it. But you hacked it off. That person was doing 85% right. It was that 15% why you let them go. The crazy thing is that 15% could have worked if you tweaked it. Yeah. You know, just what it is. Like, he just needed an extra sandwich every now and then. He just needed an extra sandwich every now and then, and your relationship could have worked. A little bit less lip. Turn that lip down a little bit, and we could have worked. Turn up your grind a little bit, my brother, and you could have worked. So Dan Quinn, to me, the key to making Dan Quinn work is just the adjustments. So the people that I'm looking at for continuity and wise disruption. What do you mean by wise disruption? So then we gonna start talking about some of these candidates. This organization, in my opinion, needs wise disruption. We can't, in my opinion, we can't just look at coaches just based on scheme. We got to look at coaches also who have a pattern of disruption, right? Disrupting, and wisely, because front office will need disruption. And who has the track record of the disrupting? What do you mean they need disruption? See, remember Brian Broder said last week, front office, they don't want to change. They like it, having it their way, being able to do what they want to do in the draft. And you know, that went viral. Everybody saluted him, and I salute him too for what he said. Clap it up for Brian Broder. But what he was alluding to, in my opinion, was the way front office continually gets their way with the our guys philosophy. That's where they overreach to try to play their drafted guys over outside free agents. And if I'm looking for somebody that's going to come in for Dan Quinn, I want somebody that's going to have a certain level of smart continuity and wise disruption. Okay. So let's kind of talk about it real quick. Would that be Ron Rivera? Right. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Oh, hell no.
Nah. Because, first of all, I want to highlight something real quick from Dan Rogers. Okay. He did an article about close to 24 hours ago, highlighting some of the good things on Riverboat, right? Riverboat Run. One of the things that Dan Rogers did a good job of highlighting in his article was the fact that you likely go get an upgrade in linebacker play. And I agree. He earned his job as a linebacker. He got his Super Bowl in '85 as a linebacker. All the linebackers under him played very legendary. Even in Washington, you can see that the linebacker group is a good group. If you wanted an upgrade in just the linebacker position, this would be your guy. No doubt. No doubt. This would be your guy. Hold on real quick. My boy Curtis said we got 150 people watching and only 62 likes. Okay. Let's take a like break real quick. And then I'm going to continue what I'm talking about. We definitely got to fix that. Let's take a like break, everybody. Let's hit that like button as we coming in the building. It should be kind of starting to get full by now. I don't start beating y'all up too early because I got to let y'all at least get in the house. You know what I mean? Come on in, have a seat first. And then we can start beating y'all up on the likes. But them likes, let's get them likes up as people coming in the building. Also, before I continue, I want to also tease a couple of things that I'm going to talk about this week. It's going to be a very interesting week of content. Michael Parsons sent out a challenge. He said, I challenge anyone to go watch the Buffalo film to see if I gave him my all or not. Well, challenge is accepted. We welcome the challenge. So what we're going to do this week, I'm trying to get the OC to do this with me. Been hard to get in contact with him. He got a lot going on right now, understandably. But he put it out there like, hey, man, I was all good with the Buffalo. Nah, wasn't no problem. Now, this is why I'm the right guy to go through it. Because first of all, I haven't combed through that Buffalo tape yet. So I'm going to be looking at it from fresh eyes, right? I'm going to be looking at it from fresh eyes, but we going to bring it to the public, right? And we going to talk about it. Because the way he made it sound like, man, I'm doing my job. You know, ain't nobody go see no effort issues from me. Go check the tape. But this is the only problem. He said that before. He was talking to Foots the King. And because Foots was, making a point that Michael Parsons can be friendly, right? And he was like, ain't nobody go find no tape of me, nowhere of me being friendly. It's a jungle out here. And I was like, nah, bro, I got video of you being friendly. I do, and people began to tag me because they knew I had it. people begin to tag me like boss, where that friendly clip. And I'm talking about the clip where D. Smith left Bland hanging, right? And Michael Parsons ran over there to help him up. Not ran over, but he just went over there and helped him up after he left his boy hanging, you know. So I'm like, yeah, nah, I saw you on the friendliness. So this is the thing about Cowboy Nation. First of all, when you challenge us, we got to be willing to verify. Trust but verify. All right? You know, you saying, hey, my effort was great. All right. We go take a look at it. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say whatever it is. Because I've already heard bad things about it. I ain't going to lie. I've heard bad things about the effort, but I didn't verify it myself. So now we go verify. We go look and we go say, all right, was the effort what you said it was? Because if it was like that friendly comment, it was not. And if you are saying things that you are not doing, you are not being accountable, and you are what my coach used to call the mama with the ugly baby. Yeah. See, my coach used to always tell me, don't be the mama with the ugly baby, where everybody know that baby ugly but you. So just like with Michael Parsons, if it's the case that you did not have the effort that you should have, don't be that person that's saying you did when you didn't. Because if that's the case, we got to call you out and we got to hold you accountable to that. Because we got to want what's best for Micah and the Cowboys. And I'm going to say this. We as content creators got to be very careful too, that we don't become Hollywood ourselves. I'm going to say that again. We got to be very careful that we don't become what we hate. And I'm talking about new media. What do I mean? So a lot of us, we growing in name. We growing in strength. We growing in networks, right? We growing in popularity and celebrity. It's a lot of, growth you seeing in new media, right? And so what happens is over time and naturally and organically, what starts to happen is we begin to build our networks, right? And then what can happen is, and this could happen, you started from a pure place where the goal was whatever the goal was for a content creator. Like my goal is to try to win a championship. But then if you're not careful as a content creator, what'll happen is because you starting to grow relationships, you become soft and don't say what you need to say to win. So like for instance, I just did a dope show with Michael Brother. Okay. I did a real dope show with Michael Brother, right? So most people, if they're only interested in themselves, they'll start trying to play the politics and go through the brother to try to get closer to Micah, to try to get Micah to be an ally to Boss Cowboy Sports and to grow this brand. Or I won't say what I need to say because I've now built a relationship with the brother. Because then if that's the case, then I've become no use to either. If I'm sucking up to Micah and his brother, then I'm no use to either one. So, yeah, I just did a podcast, but I ain't gonna change, nor should I. Nor should I. The goal is the same, to win a championship. And you have to be the type of person that can tell powerful people the things they need to hear. If you loyal to the cause. So I'm going to send a warning out to new media, all of us. Let's not turn Hollywood because we growing in popularity. Let's be very careful to keep what was always first. We got into this because of passion for the Cowboys. Maybe some people got into it because it was passion for themselves. If it's all about you, then hey, run your play. Run your play. If your play is to advance by any means necessary, do your thing. But that's not my goal. So if your goal is to win, all my content creators, be very careful, man. All of us, and that's including me, that we watch our hearts. I mean, watch yourself. Look down at yourself and make sure, am I still doing this for the right reasons? Or has this become about me? So I'm going to be doing a breakdown on this. It might be pretty, it might not. It might be, if it's ugly, I will say it though. But if it's the effort that he said it was, I'm going to have his back 100%. 100%. I'm going to be like, nah, bro, the effort was great. They lost the game, but I like what I saw. I'm going to say it. But if I see what I think I'm going to see, because this is the thing. It's people that have already told me that his effort was bad. And those people got a real good track record with me on film. They got a good track record. But I still got to verify for myself. And we go also do it together. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Y'all be on the lookout for that. Because he said, I challenge anyone to go watch the Buffalo film. Well, we finna do it. So, another one that I'm going to come out with this week that some people might not be seeing, and you know I'm going to break this down. The front office sneak dissing Dak. Oh, man, they are back at it. The Kardashian model is back. They back at it again. So I'm going to break that down, and I'm also talk about what that means to Dak, the future. It's not good, y'all, but I'm going to be honest. So, all right, back to the current content that we talking about. And we was talking about this, the dilemma of going on and trying to find the right coach. So we was talking about run. If you just walked in, we was talking about run as a candidate. And I already hit the button and I stand by it.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I'm on the hell no button. See, this is my problem with run. This is my main problem with run. And it was also the same problem I had with Quinn. If you are known as a defensive coach and your defense is really bad, that just isn't like jive to me as a solution. Cause see, think about it. In terms of defense, Washington, man, they had some dogs. First round Allen, first round Payne, first round Sweat, first round Chase. Just that front four, man, you should have been going crazy. So, you know, we're not just trying to fix linebacker. We're trying to fix the whole defense. So I'm going to just go ahead and I ain't going to even elaborate. Y'all know where I stand.
Oh, hell no.
Then I'm going to switch to our guys and look at Al Harris, right? And it's been a lot of noise about Mr. Al Harris, because he's done an exceptional job in the cornerback room. If you look at the cornerback room, you can easily say this man done struck lightning twice. What you mean? You mean Diggs led the league in interceptions under your tutelage? And then when he went down, Bland did? Oh my.
Bruh. You can't handle the truth.
You got guys over there playing out their mind? He should be the D coordinator. Another one of those.
Oh, hell no.
I'm serious. And I'm going to tell you why. This is from my experience now. As a cornerback. Played the position my whole life. Okay? And I have a privileged situation where I've also had in my life 2 people that was my D coordinators that was also responsible for the cornerback room and the safety room. So I've been around D coordinators to learn some things about corner and coaches. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all right now. Some of y'all ain't going to want to hear this, but it's the truth. At this point, in terms of Al Harris, as long as we have Bland and as long as we have Diggs, we don't even need Al Harris anymore.
Bruh.
What? What you mean, boss? All right, I'm going to tell you something. You ain't going to hear this from nobody else, but I'm going to tell you. This is the thing about corner that I know for a fact. That once you are taught the proper techniques of corner, it stays with you. The coach can literally move on, but the techniques you was taught will stay with you as long as you work on it. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Once I had a coach that taught me how to take the proper read step, read the three step, go through the proper, what they call eye progression. When he left, I didn't need him anymore. I still remembered everything I was taught. So though my coach left, Dunny Henderson, and he was a dog, I still had it. And the whole cornerback room. The teaching of cornerback is more technical than it is thinking. It's a technical thing. This is another reason why I don't feel comfortable with Al Harris as a D coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Because his coaching tree is not advanced enough. He hasn't been, in my opinion, around enough. Because, in my opinion, it helps you coming from cornerback. And as a cornerback coach, I'm going to tell you something. All my coaches used to call us, especially Dunny Henderson. Dunny Henderson used to call cornerbacks brain dead. Brain dead. Brain dead. Why? Because with cornerbacks are never the ones really communicating to the safeties. It's 99% of the time the safeties communicating to the cornerbacks. Why? I said this before, I'm going to say it again. The closer you are to the middle of the defense, the best vantage point you have against the opponent. So when there are changes from the middle, the guys in the middle see it first and communicate out. So for instance, that's why you see the middle linebacker a lot of times lining people up, even down there to the D tackles where he might pat them, basically saying move over, right? Because he's seeing. Now, this is what's going on the defense. It's 11 people on the other side of the field. So there's always going to be a strength based on numbers. It's going to be a strength. 5'6", right? 6'5". And if you land up in a balanced formation, the strength is to the number one tight end side. That's another point. But I'm just saying there's always a strength. But then when there's motion, right? Strength can change. Who sees it faster? The guys on the perimeter or the guys in the middle? I'm gonna ask you a question. Who sees motion faster? Guys on the perimeter or guys in the middle? I really want to see y'all type y'all answers. Who go see motion faster? People in the middle or people on the perimeter? The middle. It's the people in the middle. So like if I'm playing corner, right? If I'm playing corner and let's say I'm pressed up. I'm playing press coverage. It's like, for instance, I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. We used to have a call, it used to be called silver call. Okay. So silver call mean we supposed to play man coverage on a receiver. It will go from zone to man, right? But what would make it a silver call is if it was one receiver, listen to me, on the short side of the field. So it would then become a silver call and we would go press that receiver up. Why? Because if it's on the short side of the field, it's also a short throw to the quarterback. So to take away the short throw, you had to press them up. Regardless if it was zone. So just now let's try to use our brains, right? So let's say you line up on defense, right? And you got what's called twins on both sides. 2 receivers on this side, 2 receivers on this side. This receiver then motions over. He motions. What happened to this side? This side. So now you got 3 on this side, 1 on this side. If this is in the boundary, this becomes the silver call. Okay. So that means I had to run up and press this guy. Now let's say this guy motions back. He motions back. Who go see it? I can't see it. Why? I'm pressed up. I can't see it. I'm on the perimeter. I'm pressed up. So if this guy motions back and it becomes twins again, it's the safety that's going to say, check, blue, check. He's saying, get out that silver. Get out. Because he saw the motion come back. So the person that been coaching the brain deads is Al Harris. So, and I'm telling you, cornerback coaches don't have to know the nuance of a defense like the safety coach. Because when you are the passing game, y'all should know where I'm going. So when you the passing game coordinator, it's your guys that's responsible for knowing the strength. It's your guys that's responsible for communications. It's your guys that get people lined up from the middle. It's your guys that gotta know run fits from the middle because your guys play in the box as well. So from day in and day out coaching, if I'm using my common sense, which one of these guys has more experience dealing with all the things associated with coaching the whole defense? A cornerback coach or a safety / passing game coordinator? Joe Whitt. So that's why I said continuity and wise disruption. Because, yeah, I want to throw away some of the goofy stuff that Dan Quinn was doing, that mad scientist stuff. But I want to keep the smart stuff that he was doing. The mixing up the defense, keeping, 5-2 principles, some 4-3 over principles. All of a sudden you see him show up with some 3-4 principles. I want to keep that part. Get rid of the mad part, the mad science part. But what gives us the best chance, in my opinion? What gives us the absolute best chance of good continuity? To me, that's Joe Whitt. By far. Think about it. We lost LVE before. What did we do when we lost LVE, the green dot guy? Who became the green dot? Who became the guy responsible for lining everybody up when we lost LVE? Let me see if y'all know. See if y'all remember. See if y'all remember. Y'all been paying attention to your team. Who? What happened? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. We lost LV, and guess who became the green dot guy? Curse. Yep. Curse became your green dot guy. He became the quarterback of the defense. From the middle. From the middle. Yeah. So, who is Curse's coach? Who got him ready to know the responsibility of the back end as well as the fronts? Who got him ready? Who got a safety ready to be the main communicator of the whole defense? One of y'all said, which I think is a good logical answer, Quinn. One Quinn. Because remember, Quinn, he coaches up the front. Now he's over the entire scheme. He is, but every one of those guys are in a room, a particular room, and they have particular coaches. The guy that got Curse ready to be the green dot guy, Joe Whitt. It wasn't Al Harris because Al Harris is over the cornerback room. He's over the corners. The guy who coached the safeties and the corners in terms of overall coverage scheme is Joe Whitt. So when I'm thinking about continuity, right? Somebody who was here when they was talking about what kind of guys we want, right? Who was sitting in the rooms as they was scheming? Who was sitting in those rooms as they was plotting and figuring out how to stop opponents? And who was there the entire time? Who know the exact mind of Dan Quinn? And who has been under multiple coaching trees at this point, where he could also give you a perspective that others might not have. That's Joe Whitt. That's Joe Whitt. Now, I do have some concerns because I said continuity and wise disruption, right? Because remember, we need a coach. We need a coach that we feel is going to push back against the our guys philosophy. Now, let me ask you a question. Where did you see the our guys philosophy fall flat on his face? Like, for real. Where did you see our guys philosophy just take a boo-boo? If you paying attention, it was the safety room. See, that our guys philosophy got no play up in that safety room. Matter of fact, the safeties got paid.
Run it up.
To me, that tells me something.
Finish him.
Now, I want y'all to hear me out. You know what that tells me? That tells me, this is my opinion, Joe Whitt is a man's man, y'all. Nah, it wasn't the linebackers. Y'all say it was the linebackers. Nah. Our guys was big time in the linebacker room, y'all. That's why they kept forcing Clark out there on Evans. That's why they kept forcing Bell. See, our guys is where you favoring the draft picks over the free agents. And you keep throwing reps at them because you want them to work out. That's the our guys philosophy. Where Stephen Jones, he trying to maintain budget control by continually give the draft guys ample opportunity to try to work out. That got no play. Think about it. Did that get any play in the safety room? Did it get any play? No. So that signals to me that Whitt is the type of guy that's going to be for playing the best man. But my only knock, and I'm being honestly, I'm trying to be as fair as possible, bro. It's actually the best man. This time, one of the free agent guys. In my opinion. Cause see, in the rare case, see, cause I talked to Malik Hook. In the offseason, that sports con, and I say, man, who the up and coming dogs out of everybody? You know who he named? Israel Bell as the up and coming dogs to safety. Yeah. And then Wanye Thomas. See, the safety room is actually where, in my opinion, we could have went younger, dog. But it still goes to say that he seems, because see, front office clearly shows that they would rather play the young guys. But the fact that safeties got paid here, like, that doesn't happen without the endorsement of your coach. That makes me feel a whole lot better about Joe Whitt from a coach's standpoint, because with him we get continuity and wise disruption. So I'm keeping an eye on this for a couple of reasons. What happened with Whitt is going to tell us a lot about us. Okay. Because right now, Joe Whitt is being courted around the league. And see, that's what you want. I'm going to be honest. It's almost like being in a dating market, right? It's better to date when you under the demand. That goes for a woman or a man. It's better to date when you're desired. Much better. You have much higher standards for yourself. Because you got options. When ain't nobody looking at you, it can make you desperate. It can make you desperate. Even when you're good. See, because think about it. Mike McCarthy, he's a good coach. He is, to me. He ain't perfect, but he a good coach. But what happened? Why is he currently right now the second lowest paid coach with 3 12-5 seasons? You know why? Because he came in off the couch, came in thirsty. You come in thirsty, you're looking to get a job, you need a job. Yeah. So when you coming in like that, I fear, especially with the Dallas Cowboys, that they'll sneak a Kellen Moore on you. Because you so happy to get a date that you start settling. But see, Joe Whitt right now looks to be wanted. That's what you want. Just in my opinion. You want somebody that can say, I chose you. I didn't have to have you. I chose you, Dallas Cowboys. And so this is the main reason I'm watching this. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Because Whitt has admittedly called defensive coordinator a dream job. And that's for the Dallas Cowboys. His dream has always been to be the defensive coordinator for this team. No other team. So let me ask y'all a question. If you have an opportunity at your dream job and you walk away, what is that saying? You always dreamed of working for the Cowboys. And then the opportunity comes up and you walk away. What does that mean? See, that's why we got to keep our eye on that. Some of y'all saying he lied. I don't think so. I think what it is you got a closer look and that dream was a nightmare. So from a distance, let me say it again. You've been sitting here, ooh, man, it would be my dream job to coach for that team. But then you end up working for that team. And that dream job come open and you say,
Oh, hell no.
To me, that's saying it's a major dysfunction on the inside that he said it is not worth me settling even though I wanted this my whole life. Yep. And I think JV B-Boy said it best. Yep. If you get an opportunity, okay, just imagine me. Man, it would be my dream. Listen, y'all, just imagine me. Boy, I worked my whole life to get a chance to work with the Dallas Cowboys. And then I intern up there. And after I intern for a little while, they say, hey, boss, we want you to come work with .com. And I say,
Oh, hell no.
that mean I saw some stuff up in there that I'm like, I'm good. See, that's what really bothered me. See, a lot of people didn't catch that when they was like, think about this, man. Think about this. That Dan Quinn left. And the reports are that he is considering going over to Washington. Bruh. What does that say about your kingdom when I'd rather be Robin in another person's kingdom than Batman in yours? Let me say that again. What does that say about your kingdom when I'd rather go to a whole foreign land to be Robin again, where I can be Batman right now? Right now, I can be Batman of this location. And I say,
Oh, hell no.
so I'm gonna tell you, if Joe Whitt, if it's announced that he went to go work with Dan Quinn, bro, that's a very bad sign. And our front office should take a look within. For real. It's almost like what I was saying with Michael Parsons earlier. Sometimes you got to look at yourself, man. And they would have to look at themselves. They would have to say, wait. This man said it was his dream to be here. He got her. And now that he saw what we're about, now he's like,
Oh, hell no.
so keep your eyes on that, because what happens with Joe Whitt is gonna tell us a lot. Yeah. Who gone already? Who? Joe Whitt gone? I ain't seen nothing. Is Joe Whitt gone? Okay. Now, my last, Mike Zimmer. Now, Mike Zimmer. We talking about continuity and disruption. I think he brings a certain amount of continuity. A certain amount. Why? He brings a certain amount of continuity because first, he's also worked under Jerry and Steven before. So he's been in the building. He has a knowledge of how they work. So from that standpoint, you do get a degree of continuity. I think you get more ideal continuity from Whitt, but you get continuity also from Zimmerman. And continuity as a definition is continuity has to do with how things happen over time. If there ain't any bumps or breaks and everything goes on continuously, then there's continuity. Yeah. And you will get at least a working knowledge of the organization from Mike Zimmerman. Now, another thing that you get in terms of continuity from Zimmerman and me understanding his background, he's coached a 3-4 defense. He's coached a 4-3 defense. Both of them very successfully. So if it's anybody that I would trust from a scheme standpoint to come in on a scientific level and re-engineer what Dan Quinn was doing, I would trust the season of Zimmerman. I would trust that he has that ability to dissect and improve what Dan Quinn was doing. He would fully understand it from an X's and O's, except in my opinion, it will be less mad stuff, less weird stuff. It will be, in my opinion, more what I call laws of physics. Yeah. So from a continuity standpoint, he's one of the best fits to me. Just because of his background. And it's another thing about his background that I absolutely love. Not like, love. I was studying George Aloka before he was acquired by the Dallas Cowboys about 4 years ago. I was looking at George Aloka as an asset to the Cowboys. So as I was researching George Aloka before he came to the Cowboys, I was doing a lot of research on his experience and his journey through the NFL. And one of the things that happened is George Aloka was playing for the Bengals, if I remember, under Zimmerman, if I remember correctly. And one of the main reasons he decided to go to Minnesota, because he said he knew for a fact that Zimmerman was not going to favor guys because they was drafted, where they was drafted, or how long they've been with an organization. According to George Aloka, he was like, I would only want to play with Zimmerman because I know for a fact that he's dead serious and dead set on playing the best man. And that is actually and honestly the disruption we need. That's one of the reasons I grew tired of Dan Quinn. Because I started telling people earlier, I said, Dan Quinn is neutered too. Oh, no, he's not neutered. He's not cut. Yes, he is. He's cut. The way that you see, yeah, he was cut. Because in his room, what he directly managed, that front, the defensive line, I was seeing some politics, dog. Dan Quinn, how in the hell did you have LVE coming off the edge?
Bruh.
Unless you was some kind of a puppet. How in the hell for 2 years did you have Fowler, which is a guy you directly recruited, getting less snaps than Armstrong?
Bruh.
See, Zimmerman, unless he's meddled with, it's a core to him to play the best guys, regardless. And see, I watched him from afar. I watched him get in Xavier Rhodes' behind. as Xavier Rhodes was top corner with them. I saw him get all up in his grill.
Bruh.
See, do we have a guy that's gonna get up in Michael Parsons' grill? Where he at? Who is it? Who was that guy? It wasn't Quinn. See, listen, I talked to Michael Parsons' brother. Michael Parsons' brother said himself, man, I felt like we lost the team. Yeah, we lost the team. That's why them dudes was up and down on their effort. That's why they weren't consistent. Cause stat nerd, this is the thing. See, I see what Dan Quinn is now. It took me a while to figure him out. Nerd guy, Mr. Nerd, Mr. Scientist. See, everybody go like him. And I think I can't say it no better than Foot said, so I'm gonna just quote Foots directly. Foot said it like the absolute best I've heard. Foots the King said when he was on the final word, man, I'm talking about I had to make his own soundbite on that. He killed it. He said everybody likes the cool teacher. He said, but the one that you remember is the disciplined teacher and the hard teacher. So far, I did say this to sum it up, and then I'm going to get on the phones. The two guys that I will feel good about, Zimmer and Joe Whitt. Those are the two. I like Joe Whitt better because I think you get more continuity. I want a guy that's here because he wants to be here, not because he has to be here, not because he's groveling to be here. And Zimmer, because see, Zimmer's smart. He trying to get back in the league. It's a lot of people, I'm going to be honest, I think they overplaying that lame duck. Being a lame duck in Dallas is totally different than any other team. Because a smart coach will come under the Dallas Cowboys, even under a Mike McCarthy lame duck. Because if you smart, you can mess around and be the next coach. If you smart, yeah, come on under this old lame duck and just have that defense going crazy. Yeah, you mess around and be the next in line. See, lame duck in Dallas is totally different than lame duck anywhere else. Shit. Oh, don't nobody want to come here to be under a coach that's on one sheet. If I want to take his job, yeah. See, think about it. If Dan Quinn would have came in like this year and did what he did, they would have moved on from Mike. So I'm not buying into the lame duck. I'm just being honest. I'm not buying into the boogeyman lame duck like everything finna go to hell because Coach McCarthy is under 1 year. I know it's some opportunists out there that's gonna be like, man, that's the Dallas Cowboys. That's the highest profile team in the world. Give me that bad deal. I got no super chats, man. So let's get on the phone.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
Let's go. Y'all call on in. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. All right. I want to hear from y'all. Let's see who's coming in the building. Let me see who's walking in the building, man. I see y'all coming in the building. All right, we got One-Handed Bandit in the building. Chris 214, Common Sense Labs, JV, Magic City, Marv. All right, Prince. All right, I'm finna shut it down because there's too many of y'all now. All right, here we go. That's enough to give us a good show. All right. So I just locked the calls. If you in here, you in here. Now, let's do something. Since y'all see, I just loaded up. It's about 8 people. Let's be courteous. All right. Don't make it your show today. All right. This is not the Chris 214 show, the Common Sense Lab show, the Magic City show. All right. Let's just be courteous of other people. We got a big long line. Like my boy Law say, man, this call line longer than Shaq feet. Law be tripping me out. All right. One-Handed Bandit. Let's go. You up.
Yo, what's up, boss?
What's up with it?
I just wanted to talk about why I think Zimmer would be the best option for the Cowboys, in my opinion.
All right.
I really like the fact that he's a hard-nosed coach that will actually get on your butt if you're not doing the right things you're supposed to.
So like, true.
I don't know if you saw the video with him in Cincinnati when he was yelling at the players on the sidelines that wasn't keeping a mobile quarterback in the pocket. It was cursing him out. Like we need that type of coach.
I agree.
Like curse out Micah. You know what I mean? Like Micah, what are you doing? Why are you slouching? Why are you putting your hands up in the air? Micah, why are you helping these other teammates, the other team's players up? Like
right.
I want that type of coach that would call them out on that.
Yes.
But I think that we need that. We keep them disciplined, and I really like from Kool-Aid did a whole hour and 31-minute breakdown of his defense against Green Bay, and it's not a bad scheme at all. And he could probably be able to use Micah better compared to Dan Quinn in his scheme, where he can move him around more and play linebacker if he has to or wherever.
Yeah.
Because that's like Hicks, the linebacker he had next to Barr on the Vikings. He was covering one-on-ones like at times. And I think that if you play Mike at the linebacker spot, that he can cover guys if he has to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think he could really work with Micah on his coverage skills, and just because of his pure athleticism that he can do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But thanks for letting me have me on, bro.
Nah.
You have a good night.
I love everything you said too, One-Handed. I agree. Like that's the disruption that I want too. We need somebody that's coming here and disrupt this friendly stuff. This lack of pursuit.
And he was on our defensive coordinator from 2000 2006, and I think like 1 or 2 of those years we were like top 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
In defense.
Hey,
and that was when he was,
hold on real quick. Look at this. Like, look at that picture. That picture is dope. Ooh, you see what I'm saying, man? When you look at this picture, man, you see DeMarcus Ware with Spears. Man, that's a dope pick. Ooh, that pick right there is legendary.
Man, I've been trying to search and see if they had any audio of him talking to the defense or anything, but yeah, I think that he would be a great choice.
Woo! Man, I'm talking about he's sitting there with some, man, you got Spears and boy, them young Ware and young boy, that's a dope pick right there, man. Oh! All right, no, good call, One-Handed.
Hey man, you have a great night, man.
All right. One-Handed got me crunk. Yeah, man. I wouldn't be mad at no Zimmer at all. All right, here we go. Chris 214. I should have saved you last, bro. My bad. I should have saved you for last.
No.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on, boss? Hey, I kind of joined your show late. Did you already speak about Wink Mondo?
Nah. You got to school me on Wink. I'm not caught up on Wink. I'm not.
From him being at the Giants, I do know that his calling card is he loves to blitz on third down.
Yeah.
A little bit of what I was watching him do is he would take his best guys who can rush the passer, and sometimes he will put them out in coverage. I do feel like he got some Dan Quinn in terms of certain looks and stuff like that he likes to mix up. But yeah, he does love to blitz on third down. Just like I say, I would say there will be a good hire, but it's like we have Diggs with the ACL. We don't know what we're gonna do with Gilmore. But other than that, it's like I really do like I like Wink Martindale.
Say, but
I don't think.
Let me ask you a question though, bro. Keeping it real now. Do you think Wink? Do you think Wink would be okay in Dallas? Cause he brash. You know what I mean? You gotta have some political skills.
I don't.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, see, that's what. So you gotta think fit too, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I like Wink.
Yeah, true.
But would he last a week here, dog?
Nah. He didn't even last in New York, right?
You see what I'm saying, bro? Man, as soon as Jerry and them come in there, Jerry and them go come in there. Hey, man, I had some plans. I want to see our guy.
Oh, hell no.
Bruh. He gonna slam the door in his face. Hey, I had a plan. Hey, man, I was looking at your roster and
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, it's like he kind of put me in the mind a little bit of kind of like a Rex Ryan, because a Rex Ryan
worse. Come on,
he ain't play that BS.
Yeah, but see, no, Rex Hollywood as hell, man. What you talking about? Rex is Hollywood, man. Hollywood.
I'm talking about the football field. I mean, it's like
hell no.
Rex Ryan don't want you saying, "Hey, well, this person here, well." This our draft pick. I honestly do feel like that Rex Ryan is not with the draft guys. He's gonna want to put the best guys.
Gotcha.
But that's just my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, man. Just I like Wink, but just like you say, yeah, I don't know if it's a good fit. But from
it's the
football
fit. It's the fit. It's the culture fit, bruh. Yeah. And see, that's sad that you have to consider that type of BS for your organization. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just look at you because you could be a good coach that could get these guys disciplined and come in here with that edge or where they go feed off your brash personality. No. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
we had a deficit already.
We already at a deficit. Yeah. But man, appreciate it, Chris 214.
All right, boss. I'm gonna let you get to the other calls.
All right, man. All right. Good call, big dog. All right, that was OG Chris 214. Man, y'all being Curtis too, man. I appreciate it, man. That's why I love y'all, man. Y'all are the best. Let me see. Let me go with Magic City. Magic.
What's up, boss? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I like to get the Minnesota coach because his scheme gonna fit Micah, and you can play Micah like a pawn. You can play in the middle, or you can play him on the edge. So he could go 50-50. But then you need the big D tackles in the middle, and you gotta make sure that middle of that defense is stout. Because we got the corners and safeties. So if you do that, we got a chance of finally doing what we're supposed to do. Quinn got the foundation. He set the foundation, but he tried to get cute, and he destroyed the foundation. So now we just need somebody. It's like a relay. The ankle leg, it's like you give me that, you bringing it home, and I bring it around the corner, and I give it to you, boss, and you taking it home. We just need to finish. Now, the key to this, we got to make sure that defense, keep that defense tight, so that way Dak Prescott, you can't be blaming Dak. Now, we lose it 17-13 or 13-10, then honor everybody on here. We could cuss out Dak and we could cuss out McCarthy. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about that middle of that defense.
Yeah,
I like that. I like the scheme. I'd rather have the old school coach because Law Soul when he was on the corner cussing him out. He told him, "Hey man, I'm not taking this smack." What he was telling him, if you messing up, bro, I'm finna sit your butt on the bench. I'm putting somebody else in. I ain't going for that.
That's Zimmerman.
See, you know what I'm saying?
But see, my boy, this my boy. Let me see who said that. I think that was D Block. Let me see. Hold on, real quick. One of y'all asked a good question, man. Let me see. Yeah, it was D Block. Man, I found it. D Block said something that stood out to me. D Block said, "Yeah, Zimmerman is that type. But will he be allowed to be that type in Dallas?"
He will be allowed, cause you know why? Everybody that's listening, he only signed to a 1-year deal, so he don't give a heck what the Joneses say. Forget that pretty boy. Like I said, I'm not a type. It's like, boss, if me and you go in a bar and we gotta fight 2 guys, I gotta fight with you. I'm not running. I'm not using no. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm going to, boss? I'm not using the Jones as an excuse. They can say what they want. But the coaches do your job, tell the players to do their job, and you tell them, man, I don't care what Jones say. Y'all do what I say.
No, Magic. And you know I love you, Magic. But that's a tough dilemma though, Magic. We can't just kind of brush that off.
Your phone in the matrix, boss.
No, your phone in the matrix. That ain't my phone. That's your phone. Hold on real quick. It might be my phone.
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, what you
was your phone, man? Magic. We just can't. We can't brush that. We can't brush that under the rug. Just like the Joneses, the coaches got to coach. Nah, we gotta see. We gotta consider what D Block said, because when you have that our guys philosophy, they're gonna step in. They're gonna step in on some. Hey, I have an idea. Like, we really trying to develop these guys over here, and we know.
Hey, boss, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all something. Now, y'all ask me a question. Everybody on here, y'all know 96 supposed to be cut. We should have kept Big Country. We should have kept Bohanna with Big Hanky, and you should have kept them big linebackers, Harper and all them. Dan Quinn did that. Now, I ask you this question. If Dan Quinn goes, what you just said, boss, he got 2 studs in the middle from the Redskins. If he don't come there and start playing me as D tackle, if he do that to the Redskin fans is going to go off.
All right. Hey, but man, appreciate the call, man.
We both can see.
Good call, big dog. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, good call, my Magic. All right. Here we go. Common sense. Common sense. No. Not yet. No. Not yet. Prince.
Yes,
Prince.
sir.
What's up? You live, Prince.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, boss. I just want your opinion about what the Cowboys look like. Now, since they have to go get a defensive coordinator, does this change the way that they do free agency from now on? Like, are they really going to go out, be aggressive and go out to get players now, since they have to change the coordinator?
No. and when they go all in, it's not gonna be the all in that we want. It's gonna be their version of all in. And their version of all in is going to be with previous great flawed free agents, which I call marshals, or some people might even call them TJ Maxx or whatever. Whatever that says previous great. That's how they're going to do it. That's how they have to do it. And they have to do it, especially this year, because we have 16 free agent needs. We only have about 6 draft picks. That means you have to find some significant roles. You're going to have to find some significant roles outside of just the draft this year. So yeah, they're going to do it. They have to this year. There's no choice. And it's likely gonna be less politics because it's not gonna be as many draft picks to compete against those guys. So.
Okay. And if we bring in an old school type of defensive coordinator, that guy's not gonna be afraid to say, "Hey, I need this, such and such, such and such. We need to go out and get some real players."
Yeah, but I never really felt like, even in the last 3 years, to me, players has never been a problem to me. Never. It's about how they're managed when they get here. To me, that's the problem.
That's true.
Yeah, but appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call, big dog.
All right.
Good call,
no
Prince.
problem, brother.
All right. So here we go. JV, you live.
Hey, boss, what's going on, man?
Man, what's going on?
Not much, man. First off, I want to just say, man, I appreciate all that you do, man. Everything that you do out here, putting on productions and the content that you post, hey, I just appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, bro. I appreciate you. Your voice matter.
Hey, I appreciate it. But now, when I want to talk to you, now, I know I called you the past couple of times about the older draft picks and things of that nature. I really hope that we stay away from those guys now. You know, I don't want us drafting any guys that will have just sitting on the bench or just having plain clothes on the sideline week after week in every game. But as far as that's for draft picks, I hope that we haven't given up on Austin Richards at all. If folks are talking about we need to go ahead and draft an offensive lineman, because shoot, I mean, we had him sitting on the bench all year this year. For what reason? If we're never going to play him, and then we're just going to come back in the very next draft and draft somebody to take the position that he's supposedly been groomed for. You know, that makes absolutely no sense to me. But it's cool. You know, if we get a better guy. I also hope that whatever defensive coordinator that we choose, in my opinion, I wouldn't mind having Joe Whitt or Al Harris. But if whoever we choose, whether it's Zimmerman, Joe Whitt, Wink, Al Harris, or anyone, that we do get a different linebacker coach, we get a different D-line coach. And I hope if they go all in, that they don't get these free agents out there that are like close to 235 years old and way past their prime. You know, that's it. But shoot, I'm with you. And whoever they get in, boss, I'm just asking you. I don't want to add no extra stuff on you, but I'm just asking you. Whoever they get in as a defense coordinator, could you do your due diligence in doing a background check on these guys and find out who they actually are and what they are actually excelling in? Yeah.
And if I don't do it, the community go do it. I promise you that. Like for instance, all of us kind of got our thing, right? I'm the investigator of the group. Everybody know that's what I do. I investigate. I'm the guy that's go. But
you're
like
a breaking news guy. But if that's the investigative part, then I'm with that.
Yeah. No, I just know our community go do it. Even if I don't do it, I know our community go do it. I know it. Like, especially people like Okoye, DMV, like Tuck. Like, we got guys that's go really get it. Me, like, we go all get it to that who this guy really is and what to expect. You know, for real. So you can count we go do that. We go do that like leading all the way up to training camp. I promise you that. So now we go do that, man. You got my word on that, okay, bro?
All right, then, bro. Hey, you have a great one, and I do appreciate you. And can I say this one last thing?
Yeah.
I have been going around and CashApping and talking about it in everybody's chat that I wanted a linebacker in the first round that we select, but I do understand now that we don't have a linebacker rated for the first round, Mike linebacker.
Yeah.
At that, I don't really want a Will linebacker. I really prefer a Mike linebacker. So, I just want to say that to everybody out there who's been seeing me post and all that there. But thank you very much there, boss.
No, thank you, JV.
I appreciate everything all y'all do out here in Dallas Cowboys land. And go Cowboys, and I'm still riding.
Oh, no doubt,
hard
man.
and strong, baby.
Say, it's only one way to ride, man. It's only one way. Appreciate that, man. That was JV, man.
All right.
JV. All right, and our last caller is Common Sense. Common.
OG Perry Mason, what's going on, man?
Man, what's up, man? This is your boy Columbo, bro.
Columbo, I love it.
Columbo.
Hey, man, I had two things, man. Actually, one of them, when we talked about the defense, somebody brought, I think you said it was Special K in the chat or whatever, because I was calling his or with the front office personnel going to allow us to get that hard-nosed, physical, in-your-face type of coach, because, we did have that. We did have Mike Zimmer before. Now, back when he was here, we was a little different in the organization, so I can understand back then. But that is just not too recently ago. I think, about 4 or 5 years ago, we did have Chris Richard that was doing that. He got up out of it.
Yep.
So that was my only thing. Like,
Let's pause. Let's pause.
Okay.
You can't handle the truth.
So we can't skip over what you just said. It's going back to what D-Block said. Will it be allowed? Right. See, never forget how corporate and uppity, not you, I know you already know. I'm talking to the listeners.
Right.
Never forget how uppity we are.
Bruh.
We are uppity as hell. So Chris Richard versus Philly, I know y'all remember, it was a pushing match in 2018. Do y'all remember that? And Stephen Jones came out and said, we do not want to win that way.
Bruh.
Bro. We won. Your guys was motivated as hell. But he said, if we got to win that way, I don't want it. What owner have you ever heard have a problem with any kind of win if it's not cheating, bro? You understand? He said, I don't want to win that way. So yeah, it goes back to what you said, bro. We did have a fiery coach and they cut his balls. So go ahead though.
Yeah.
I had to slow you down because that was an epic point.
No, you good, because to me, like, I just gotta, I try not to go off of history, but I try to keep everything relevant. Like, you also got to understand that we got rid of those certain players at the same time. The ones that would speak out, the ones that would say something, the ones that was aggressive.
That wasn't that year. That wasn't that year. That wasn't.
No,
that
it wasn't that year. No, it wasn't that year. But I'm just talking about recency bias. I mean, Ridgeway. Think about Ridgeway. He had a fight in training camp, and 2 weeks later they got rid of. So
you ain't lying.
Like it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard for me.
Soft.
And I just want to keep us on the insane narrative, because I told you that's what I've been on ever since I heard that show. Like, that's where I'm at. I just want to keep us understanding that, yes, we want, and we as fans want that type of coaching, and we as fans feel like that's what we need. And if you look at the grand scheme of our team, the national media is even talking about we need a culture change. Mike Zimmer, Joe Whitt would all bring that. But is the Joneses, Steven, or Jerry, whichever one they say is running it, are they going to allow that to happen for us for the Cowboys?
A fight might be bad for sponsors.
I don't.
A fight. What does Dr. Pepper go think?
You start cutting out just a little bit. What you say, boss?
I said, what would Dr. Pepper think of us fighting?
I still didn't get it.
Oh man, I'm gonna try. Can you hear me now, bro? Can you hear me? Oh man.
No, you got you sound like you're a robot.
Is it me or you? Are you sure it's me? Hold on, let me try.
Yeah.
What about now? What about now?
Nah, I can't get you.
What about now?
I'm trying to move around, see if it's my
Me
phone.
too.
but I
I'm
don't
trying
think
to.
so.
You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to move my wire. You know how it is. What about now? What about now? What about now? Man, I quit. All right, go ahead, man. We gonna sum it up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. Okay. No, I was just saying, like, you know, the one I had one offensive question for you. You know, everybody talking about Derrick Henry, and I'm probably the only one on the ledge with this one. But do you think that if we get Saquon and pair him up with Brett Brown and our training staff, that we can actually do something with Saquon, kind of like on a Christian McCaffrey? Because everybody forget Christian McCaffrey was he was hurt guy with the Panthers. So I think if we can get Saquon, and the main reason why I want Saquon is because he can be a power back and a finesse back, but also with Mike McCarthy, we all know he want to throw the ball. Saquon can catch real good as a running back. And that was just my thoughts on that. And I was just like, I'll hang up and listen to you offline on that one.
All right. Yeah. I'm all the way 100% for Saquon Barkley. I just think you need to add some insurance if you get a back like that. You need insurance for insurance on a back like that. And I think we will. I think that's going to be where we make our splash. And see, Chop keeping it real over here. Yeah, man. Boy. He said, Christian got into it with the wrong front office players, Sean Lee and Van Der Esch. Yep. I'm telling you, if we got conditions on wins. We don't want to win by any means necessary. We want to win, but we want to win. Man, we soft, bro. That's the only thing I can tell. I just got to be honest. Our front office is soft. It's soft. Like, pushing and shoving. Oh, I want y'all to remember what the 90s Cowboys was like. I remember boys picking up flagpoles and stuff fighting the Giants. See, yeah. I remember some. See, that made Steven uncomfortable. We Dr. Pepper won't like that. We got sponsors. We can't be carrying on like that. I have to go talk to my advertisers because y'all was pushing and shoving. We're not going to win like that. We need y'all to win civilized. Man. No, I will be all the way 100% for Saquon Barkley. So 100%. I already said that my number one guy is Swift. I think he got low tread. I think he was misused. I think he's fresh. I think he's pissed. He's already one of the best deals out there. His deal was $5 million. $5 million. And you paid Pollard 10. Ooh. So listen, y'all. Yes, absolutely. I'm for the running back market. With the big names, Saquon, Swift, Josh Jacobs. I think it's the perfect time to start looking at Josh. Perfect time. If you're looking at Josh Jacobs right now in a down year, you're gonna mess around and get him at a deal. You're gonna get him at a deal. My boss, man, this is a good question. My boy D Block said, how did we get so soft? Leadership. We are a reflection of leadership. Yeah, so my boy Super Chat, he said, I forgot to tell you, I tagged you on Twitter about Wink. Okay. I'll check it out. Appreciate that common sense. Appreciate all that. Now, I told y'all I'm going to tease this one more time. I got 2 other shows that I'm going to be coming out with, probably 3 soon. One that y'all got to check out is the Michael Parsons Challenge. He said, I challenge anyone to go watch the Buffalo film. To go say, if I didn't give him my all or not. So we are the type that's go check. I trust you, but I'm gonna verify. You said that your effort was consistent and all out the whole game, that you left it on the table. We go see, and we go do it by the film. You know, that's what we go do. If he right, I'm gonna have his back 100%. I'm gonna tell everybody kiss my whole. But if we don't see effort, like you said, dog, your credibility is bad and getting worse, and you need to fix it, bud. You need to fix it, my bro. You need to fix it. You know what I mean? And I need to be the one to tell you. I need to be the one, because most people not. A lot of people go just kiss his ass and all that kind of stuff. If you love people, you tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. So we got that coming out. I can't wait. Then we go also talk about the front office sneak dissing, because they back on sneak dissing. As a matter of fact, it's not even back on sneak dissing. They new way of trying to use the media is through sneak dissing. See, at first they used to go all out with it. Zeke who? See that was all out, just disrespect. Oh man, Tank, he is no Khalil Mack. He is no Von Miller. See, they used to go all. See, now they doing it sneaky. They doing it subtly. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about what it means to the Dallas Cowboys, what it means of our chances of winning, and what we need to do as a fan base to lobby for what's the most smartest thing. I do also see it from both sides. I just hate that we are the ones that's gonna continue to be a distraction to ourselves. So anyway, I want to definitely lay out this Kool-Aid today, because I did sleep on it. On the quest for smart continuity. And it looks like we headed that way. I narrowed it down to what I think. I appreciate y'all for telling me what y'all think. And y'all stay tuned, man. We got a lot of content that's going to be dropping. Obviously, with free agents, drafts, the Super Bowl getting ready to be over with. So we're going to be full time into the offseason mode. So y'all get ready, man. It's going to be a fun ride, and we got to stay active. We got to stay active. You can't tune out because the season over. This is actually where you got to tune in more, because this is the stuff that's going to build your team. This is the stuff that's going to build your team. Every real champion says this. You never win a championship in the offseason. You really, truly win the championship in the offseason.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.